Hey guys, Razor from Razor's Edge here. I'm doing a review slash gameplay on Dark and Light. This is a new title actually being hosted on our Patreon server at Gamed Edge. It's something we've been working with among several new games. You've seen my Citadel, Forged with Fire. Well, now I want to show you the Dark and Light. So hopefully everything goes as planned. We're going to show off some of the features, the crafting, the animal taming, the art. It is similar to Ark in a lot of aspects, but there's also some not so similar features as far as ruling and kings. And hopefully, and I'm going to have a guest in here to help me explain some of that and show some of the progress of our community. So with that said, we'll hop in here, and what could possibly go wrong, right? Okay, guys, this is Razor. I'm joined with Elk. Hey, Elk, thanks for helping me do this.
Yeah.
We just basically wanted to start with showing them the starter area where you would spawn in at the NPC city. And then I kind of want to take them through the progression of our first base camp and then our second base camp. And I'll let you narrate a lot of that. So why don't we had to leave our pets down here. Elk is what is the leadership the feature?
So you have a house, a noble house or whatever, and we have pretty much everybody from this server that we've encountered is in it. We've got 10 of us in it, and actually bad guys will spawn here, so I want to just put guys up if I can get them up there.
Sorry guys, we're repositioning
because these are they're a pain. They were a pain to get, and they're low level.
Low level babies. What about on these roofs?
Any of the roofs out here should be. We could even put them in the base, but
I got on the roof. Okay, we'll get it situated and we'll pick this back up. Okay, so this is kind of what you're gonna see when you spawn in. You'll hear a lot of ambient city chatter and some merchants, and this is really the beginning of your adventure on the server. And we can cover different levels of establishing a house and things like that. But so what can you tell me about the starting experience? Because I kind of started with the Care Bear love of the of the guild.
It was brutal.
Okay.
So we are in the human starter town. It's where we're at. There's three. There's dwarf, elf, human. And the game does a really good job at the beginning of giving you some starter directions and quests, ways to go, things to do. It takes you through the beginning of crafting your first magic staff, crafting your first harvesting tools, going out and starting to adventure out.
Okay.
You can do a lot in town. There's not a lot other than the merchants right now. And if you have the house structure set up, you can become lord of the town, basically become king. And it's changed every week.
Well, that's kind of neat. I never noticed the board.
Yeah.
The law.
Yeah. And basically, what the Lord can do is if there's players that are naughty, there's a jail.
Ooh, I
And
liked it
you can
already.
throw them in jail.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as I don't end up in jail when I come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So right now you actually have that title, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the head of the house. Uh, it puts their name in. So if we were to have multiple houses on the server, to add more people, which it will eventually, as more people join the game, then we can have some sort of friendly competition and do all that fun stuff.
Okay.
But this is the starter town. There's some merchants that you can buy and sell basic trade goods like wood and stone and twine and all that fun stuff to get some starter money. You don't really need a lot of money to. I have 17 gold. That's it. That's all that I've had on this guy, and I'm level 52. I never bothered with much of the trading. So
yeah, I was just looking through showing the inventory slots. These are your health and your stats, constitution, thirst. You do have to eat and drink. Focus is so there's a sleep that's tied directly to sleeping, correct?
yes.
Yeah.
So your focus is the more magic that you do, the more tired that you get. And if you don't sleep, you can eventually die.
Oh, nice. I almost like real life.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we're
loading.
So yeah, I got that little pop too.
Coming right outside. Get a spell equipped. Right outside of town, it tell you to start. Game starts out by giving you really good direction on harvesting and stuff like that. There's a few different things to harvest and a couple different ways that you can harvest to get different items. The various tools that you have, an axe, pick, a staff, will give you different materials or different sets and levels of materials based on what item you're using. Like a basic axe on a rock will give you more rock than sulfur. If you use a pickaxe, it will give you more sulfur versus rock, and then some copper because you're actually mining ore than just stone.
Dude, you almost bashed me in the head with that rock.
It flies. Look out! On trees, the axe will get wood. The pick will get
I've used
twine.
my sword actually in twine. Oh, come on, man. Don't be knocking trees on.
And then eventually you can get a scythe that you can use on shrubs and grass to get straw, or you can use a sword on shrubs to get grasses.
Oh, cool.
And all of the items that drop have a function.
Right.
There's sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I love the animation of that. That's really cool.
There's no real garbage item in the world. There's trash like rotten meat and straw, but everything's usable in some form.
Right. Like so I just ate an apple and I ate some cured meat, which Who you whistling
I just
at?
whistled. I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
let's go show them. Let's go show them the old base. We're gonna pause here. We're gonna run back to where we parked our birds because we had to get them safe. Oh, we got to fight.
Yep.
Let's help him out. Let's help our brother.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh, look at that shot. I did all that. All level 10 of me. All right, so we can actually hack these things apart. Yeah.
Hacking them apart, getting meat and probably hide.
Bone.
And then you can also, with the magic staff, when you have the drain spell, you can harvest them for magic shard, which are used to fuel your magic.
Yep, I've seen that.
So
Oh, what about these treants?
the treants are quite territorial and dangerous, but they are not aggressive.
Okay. Hold on, let me pause here real quick. All right, just chunking these files up.
Let's see.
So I'm back online. So the first base that you built here,
Okay.
which looks fabulous, by the way. So we moved, and this was before, because of optimization, my wife couldn't play. We didn't, I know I don't know if she helped with this or the new one. But as they patch, it becomes more and more playable, and so I'm sure we'll be spending more time, because you're kind of like the den mother, for lack of better
it's
term.
true. Like I've
taking
been
care of all the
doing-
pets, and which is just super.
I've been feeding all the pets and
Yeah, it's a
throwing
super job.
fireballs and all that.
Yeah.
So here is this was our first camp. I thought we'll be super safe right outside of town, right? Little
Not
did I
worked
know.
out. Yeah.
Little did I know. When you get walls and all that fun stuff built, your quality of life improves greatly, because you have a bit of protection from the random wildlife that will assault your base. And I would highly recommend, do not start taming animals until you have some way to keep them safe when you are offline. Because if you are playing single player, time does not pass and things won't happen when you're not playing. But if you're playing on an online server, time passes and your animals can starve, they can leave, they can wander off if you have them set to wander, they can get killed by predators.
Ugh.
So it can get kind of obnoxious if you have a hard to tame or rare tame pet, like these wyverns, where they were a pain in the butt. So when I'm offline, I park them in safety so that they don't get attacked by things.
Gotcha.
You see,
Well,
let's show them
the new base.
Like a griffin down there, and got a
right,
buzzard.
I see that. Yeah. So it's a pretty hostile area.
Yeah, so this was a good starter area. This was the first base that I built. It's got everything you need: forges, crafting, all that stuff. And then a couple of the other members in our house started building houses next to it. They've been working here and there on making their own structures and doing their own designs. I believe Rain did the spike wall around so she could keep a pen of animals.
Oh, cool.
But let's go. Let's land real quick and just get our stamina back.
Oh, yeah.
Because flight does not last forever.
No. And the stamina bar, you can see for your pet, is up in the top right-hand corner. So, yeah. And the weight and the hunger.
Yeah. All right. So then, when this got built, this base was done and ready to go. We realized we needed a lot of ore in raw materials. So I made a mining camp. We're gonna avoid that wild griffin because they are fast and they are jerks. And I'm not sprinting on the wyvern at all. This is his normal movement speed, which is a very respectable pace.
Yep.
I'm very happy with it. Now,
yeah,
sprinting
I like it.
You can sprint on your pet and they go much, much faster, but it super drains their stamina. Like I already have to land.
Yeah, me too.
And it's really important when you're flying around and you have to land to regain your stamina. Now, the flyers get it back really quick, but you can then be attacked by ground predators. Um,
Which makes
and
sense.
there's some notorious bullies in the area, which is why we started going out and seeking safer lands to live in after the first base. There are panthers which roam around and just kill everything in sight. They attack every single thing that they see.
I lost
They're
you.
very strong and
Okay.
very fast. And yeah, I had a little bit of a load screen. Very strong and very fast, and they will murder your sheep. They will kill everything. So eventually we moved the main base to a safer location. But this I made out here, and I'm hoping I can get there without having to land again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. I made this, just this little cabin, so I could mine. And I've got my forge on the outside. I got a magic workbench. I have a meteor rock that lands right across the ravine from me, and the undead that pop out fall down in the ravine, and I never hear from them again.
I like
This
it.
is a relatively safe location. If you are going to be looking at it on, you should be able to tell where I'm at based on this giant rock spire. But let's see, do I have? Let's see if I have a map spell, then I can drop it and point it out. If not, they can find it on the map. We're just south-ish from the human town. And it looks
How
like
do I bring up the map again? I forget.
There is no in-game map. The
Oh,
map
that's nice.
is a spell that you
Nice.
cast, and it casts it on the ground. So,
Well, good to know.
yeah. Well, I won't worry about that. But this location is really good. There's light crystal nodes all around in that volcanic area, which we can go fly around.
Oh, I see it.
And you can mine with some relative peace and quiet. There's just boars and mostly passive stuff up on the ridge here. If you go down below, there's going to be fire elemental. Kind of a nasty place down there. But these light stone are plentiful here, and they are used for the higher level, super powerful crafting.
Cool.
Also in the area, there's copper and iron and mithril. This is relatively close. So I just made this as kind of a store, like metal storage area. It's a nice little retreat that I made. I actually have a bed here, which I need to use because my focus is 0. So just sleeping on a bed.
While you
Against
sleep,
the
I'm gonna
full-
pause real quick. All right, we're picking it up.
Because
We're flying.
we're heading back.
Elka's got his nap pen.
Yep. Got my focus back.
You know, he is the leader. He can throw me in jail, so.
I am your lord.
That's right. You say go to sleep, I go to sleep.
But that location is relatively safe. There's bears in the area. There are a couple panthers. But again, I had a wall put up. Once you get a wall up, you're relatively safe. If it's going to
Safe
be
is
player
good.
versus player time, then you've
Not so
gotta-
safe.
it's going to be not as safe because you have to deal, people are going to be able to fly over your wall. But there's other defenses that you can use for that. There's missile towers, and you can hire goblins to man the towers for you. And now this right here, this kind of blue flamey ring.
Yeah.
This is part of the upcoming patch.
Oh, nice.
And what they did with this is they define the area as something new is going to come in. And give you an opportunity, if you built there, to remove your stuff.
That's good to know.
Because they're probably going to drop a castle down there.
Hint, hint. If you're in a blue circle, move.
Yeah. So that's we're heading back toward the human city.
Because they're actually not too far from that, right?
Yeah, we're just down on the beach. I went and scouted out most of the coastline and found a wonderfully safe harbor for building, and there's almost no predators that spawn in there. There's bargish that spawn. That's all I've seen. Bargish and sheep, and the sheep won't hurt you. But I put up a giant gate. I haven't finished building a wall around so nothing can get in. Things can fall off the cliff and can get down. So we have like some random dude from town that's walking around on the beach right here.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, hey, dude.
29 citizen. But you know,
what's up, brother?
But if there was predators or whatever that wanted to, they could jump off this cliff, but they would take fall damage.
Right.
But what you can do is you can, at this point, start taming up some animals and set them on defensive and wandering. So they'll kind of patrol. As you can see, we've got a spider out in the ocean doing spider stuff.
Yeah, I see that. What's a spider doing in the water? That's a new one to me.
Oh no, but he can only go out so far. And I got some bargish, some hyenas that are patrolling. But this is the keep that I'm currently working on.
I love the underwater sounds. That's
for
neat.
The edge heads.
We're angry beavers now. Don't forget.
Angry edge heads. Oh, angry beavers.
Angry beaver edge heads. Yes.
I have to change the name of the house.
Yeah, me too.
So, just started building, and it's relatively quiet here. I really enjoy it.
Well, it's done a wonderful job. This is all work in progress, and we'll be doing continued videos on updates and building and patches as they come out from the developer. So really, hats off to the developers. I mean, the game is superb. The optimization, looking forward to the optimizations. But you know, it's early access, so
it's so vastly improved.
Oh yeah, loading times.
Even in the last month, I think the other day I used a stopwatch on my phone, and I have a middle of the road gaming PC. It's a couple years old. I've got I've got a pretty good NVIDIA card, got a decent amount of RAM, but it's by no means a top tier system. And my load time went from, when I first loaded it, from 25 minutes down to about 4.5 when you're logging into a server. So that's a significant improvement, and it is much appreciated.
Definitely. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Elk, thank you so much for giving us a tour. I'm going to unload all the stuff we gathered and cook this meat. And hope you guys found this video useful. And definitely seek us out on the Patreon server for Gamed Edged. It's a great community. We play on several different servers. It doesn't even cost anything to get in the Patreon server, and just to kind of lurk around and see what we're like. So, lots of game giveaways. It's really a great community. If you're an old school guilder and an MMO, you'll know what I'm talking about. So, Elk, thank you so much, and
Yeah.
all the viewers, thank you for watching the videos, and look forward to some more footage of the progress here as we get it done. I say we, as Elk gets it done.
Crack the whip.
Crack the whip. And as and as always, guys, take care and have a great weekend. This is Razor from Razor's Edge, and until next time, I'll see you when I see you.